2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 56th episode of the Cardboard Box Theory. Got my co-host with me as always.
I am here. I am Michael.
How's it going today, Michael?
It's going good, man. I'm feeling really preachy, feeling jittery, and I'm feeling a little bit spinny.
You know who didn't have a good day? There's a 70... I think everybody has seen this on the internet, but I want to go over it again because I think it's hysterical. Yeah. Very funny.
We need to go over it.
There was a... I'll play part of the video in the video. There was a 74-year-old woman that was in the forest. Let's read some of the article here.
Yeah, I think she was 75. Yeah, but she got lost in the forest or something along those lines.
First off, this had to be a fit 74-year-old woman, if we're going to be honest real. Here. She was very...
This shit looks like they're driving her out of Iraq.
Dude, it does. Helicopter rescue turned into a terrifying ordeal for a 74-year-old hiker woman. And first off, was this hiker woman by herself? She's 74 years old.
Yeah, it seems very odd that a 75-year-old woman would be fucking by herself. Man.
It's like, what is she doing? Why is she hiking by herself? Maybe she had dementia. Who knows? I mean,
maybe she got lost.
All right, we're gonna continue and watch this video of this. So what happened was she got airlifted out of a location. Yeah. Okay, she got airlifted out of this location, and while she was getting airlifted,
it's brutal, man. It's like it starts off slow.
Yeah.
And then she keeps spinning and spinning and spinning.
Oh my lord, dude.
And
look how aggressive that just got, dude.
It feels like the closer she gets to salvation, that's when it starts heating up a little bit more.
We have a line attached to the basket to help prevent that. Today it didn't.
The pilot's saying that this is a pilot that picked her up. They have a line connected to it. And it just aggressively is supposed to stop spinning, and it didn't stop spinning. It made the spinning worse. That's a body in there. When I put this video up, you guys are gonna realize.
Seriously.
That's a body.
Yeah, we're laughing at it, but if she died, we couldn't review this.
Yeah, we couldn't reduce it all. This would not be funny. No ill effect from the spin. Maybe she didn't even know she was spinning, dude.
Yeah, honestly, if you're that traumatized at that point that you're getting airlifted, you probably don't even realize a few spins. You're just kind of out of it.
Well, it just said she suffered neck and head injuries from when she fell. So.
Oh, yeah. I don't know that. Jeez, that's one tough 75-year-old man.
Dude,
it's rough.
Only happened twice. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely good ratio. Good I definitely don't think it's the pilot's fault or anything, but geez.
No, I don't think it's the pilot's fault, but it's definitely pretty funny to watch.
Oh, and for those of you that don't know what I'm going to be occasionally glaring at now, we have a TV right now.
Yeah, we got a TV finally.
Yeah, we're working on the setup, which
is pretty nice. We now can see videos what we're doing. Well, and you guys can see it too eventually. Because I'm going to record the screen. That's what I'm doing right now. So
check it out. What's it all?
All right, let's dive into the esports topic today. Today we want to get into a topic that's very growing, filling stadiums up, selling millions,
full of sweaty, neckbeardy infidels.
Yeah, some very athletic few people we're talking about here. This is no offense to the gaming community at all. I mean,
that's generalizing.
Yeah, it's generalizing, but it's just like the whole Kyle meme that's going on now. The whole Kyle thing with the Monster Energy and shit. You see that?
No, what's that about?
It's blown up. It's like, people call the kid that drinks Monster Energy and just is obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
That thing's blown up now, and that's all over the internet.
Yeah, there's stereotypes all over the internet. Don't let them define you.
Yeah, you can't let stereotypes define you. That's not who you should be, right? Is that what we're going with here?
Yeah, if I'm being a judgmental asshole, call me out on it.
Exactly, that's how it should be, dude. But no, it's just, I don't know. Yeah, but anyways, shouldn't judge people like that with video games, but everybody plays video games.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Yeah, I honestly, if we're talking about realness here, I dove into Madden way too long. And
yeah, I play video games. I'm not really knocking anybody that plays video games. I'm fucking 22 years old. Why wouldn't I play video games?
Yeah, but we're talking about the big leagues here. Yeah. We're talking about esports.
Millions of dollars people are getting paid for, which is insane. That's ridiculous.
It's literally it's baffling how much money's into it now. I mean, NBA has a tournament every year that's $250,000.
Well, everybody plays video games too. They'll do celebrity ones where celebrities will come in and play with the pros in esport right now. Yeah. Which is pretty interesting too when you think about it. But
yeah, it's fascinating.
I don't know. Streaming's huge now too. But the first esports event happened all the way back on October of 1972.
Yeah.
1972.
This is back when they had the arcade machine.
Dude, yeah. At the Stanford University, where students competed on the video game Space War.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting video game, huh?
Yeah, and then it didn't really blow up. No competition, like real competition didn't happen until like 1980s, where a Space Invaders championship. Now, for those of you that don't know what Space Invaders is is basically like they put a bunch of ships in front of you, and then you would have to like shoot them out, and like it was pretty relatively popular game at the time.
Especially for that time. Video games back then were blowing people's minds away because nobody's ever seen anything like it.
Yeah, it drew about like 10,000 people, so it was a little something.
Yeah, it was something. It was something different, something nice for the people. But in the 1980s, Twin Galaxies put high scores and records on the publications such as the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, so Guinness gets involved. Guinness is stepping in here. Pretty big. I think that's maybe a significant. If you're gonna call it a sport, Guinness supporting it probably.
Yeah, Guinness is
helpful.
huge. Guinness is weird though. You gotta like have somebody there. That's crazy what Guinness does. How they do it. Like when you get a world record or have to break a world record, somebody from Guinness has to be there and watch you do it, or it doesn't count.
I wonder if anyone ever got any like bad like altercations with the people.
Oh, for sure.
Like beforehand, and then they actually got the record, and the person was like, "No."
Yeah, yeah, that could happen too. Like
I just missed the meeting, Tom.
Yeah. I didn't see it. I was watching my phone, so you got to redo it. That probably happened, dude. Probably some bad blood going on in Guinness books, but
yeah. But then the internet basically, what happened with gaming was then it basically an orgy happened, and it exploded with the internet and gaming, and that's where you sort of see the first step towards modern esports.
Yeah.
Because 10,000 people is nothing compared to the crowds that other places draw now, especially on places like Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch is huge now, dude. It's giant.
Yes, but if the internet goes away, that's what baffles me. If the internet goes away, what are we going to do with? Is it a sport then?
Yeah. Well, dude, think about if the internet went away and how many people would lose their jobs from streaming, dude.
Yeah, seriously, just from streaming, YouTube, like internet draws is a huge market.
Yeah, it's giant.
Huge. I mean, obviously, because anyone can use it too.
Yeah, exactly.
I know we're sort of saying the obvious here, but it is fascinating.
Yeah, I was listening to NPR and they were talking about trying to get everybody like free Wi-Fi in towns now. That's the new thing they're trying to do.
Yeah, and I think that's a good step forward because it's kind of expected. I mean, if you get any mail from a state place, then most of the time they're like, you got to print this out. Like everyone has basic access to a fucking printer.
Exactly. Nobody who has a printer anymore in 2018 or 2019. Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. Blockbuster began sponsoring video game world championships around this time.
Yeah, so
we're talking Blockbuster.
This is back in the day. This is back in the 90s. They started supporting them, and then at the turn of the millennium, major ones like Major League Gaming, World Cyber Games, and the one we know now, Electronic Sports Cup. It's basically made it what it exploded and made it to what it is.
Remember MLG was huge on Xbox?
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was
MLG gamer, bro.
Dude, that shit was insane. I remember that's like everybody would have that as their profile picture on Xbox. Was
especially on Call of Duty. Everyone was a Major League Call of Duty player.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, but then add a little bit tidbit of history to this now. The first esports stadium's being built, and it's actually in Philadelphia.
Which is crazy because Philadelphia's having some problems with the union. Mm-hmm. A lot of problems with the union.
$50 million stadium.
Yeah. Well, apparently the union, like the Philadelphia Union soccer team, was supposed to like.
Oh, the actual you're talking about?
Yeah, dude. They're. I think they're in deep shit with the city because they were supposed to
what a bad name for a soccer team.
What, dude? Seriously, people are like, oh my god, I can't stand soccer sometimes. But they built this giant stadium and were expected to do all this shit to get all the money back.
Yeah.
And they haven't been doing it. And they're trying to build on more. They're like, this will help bring more revenue in. And they're like, no, it won't. Like they're just spending more money. This isn't right. So I think Philly. I don't know if it's Philly or a county outside of Philly that has to deal with it. It's weird,
that's insane.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All right, we're gonna break down if you think or I think. I'm gonna give you my opinion on what I think.
Yeah, we're gonna give you our opinions, but please form your own opinion. Don't be a blind sheep.
Because we're gonna see if esports is really a sport. First of all, let's break it down. What is esports? Known better as electronic sports, which. Yeah. It is a form of competition using video games which uses multiplayer games and professional players to compete against each other. Competitive video game would not be known as so much without the spectatorship, which is weird.
Yeah. So like basically the fan base makes it a sport, sort of.
Kinda. Thousands of fans gather themselves in an arena while millions watch it online, which is honestly, dude, sometimes it's more interesting to watch video games than play them.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I don't understand it. It's true though. Like people like watching them more than playing them.
I have to play them.
Yeah.
That's just personally me, but I think I'm more like a bigger gamer fanatic than you.
Well, did you ever go over to somebody's house or somebody comes over to your house and they're like, yo, you want to play? Like, I got 2 controllers. And they're like, no, just watch. And you're like, just watch.
What did you just say to me?
What does that mean, dude? You're just gonna sit here and watch me play video games?
Yeah.
Join in. No, dude, it's funny though.
Yeah, but I think viewership makes. We're talking about a sport here. There has to be a certain amount of dedication to it. I mean, sport can be a very broad definition. Like
it's broad as fuck, dude.
But we're getting this one from Oxford.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but yeah, a sport is an activity involving physical exertion. Physical exertion.
Yeah.
And skill in which an individual or team competes against each other for entertainment.
Yeah, so what I'm getting at here too is I saw the CEO of ESPN, they asked him why did they pick up gaming?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, well, we saw a lot of males interested in it, so we thought it would be a good topic to get into, a good sports thing to get into. It's fucking your fault, ESPN, because we all know ESPN just picked it up because they saw the giant amount of money in it.
They just saw the
market.
It's a
sport. It's a sport. This is a great sport to put on ESPN. It's like...
Yeah, they just wanted to call it a sport.
Exactly. Harsh discussion started to take place when Jimmy Kimmel on his show made fun about people who watch each other play video games and why esports is a sport. In conclusion, he received a vast tidal wave of negativity, and it is his most disliked video on YouTube of all time.
So basically he just like shit on fucking gamers and stuff, and like they shit on it.
Which Jimmy Kimmel does all the time. Jimmy Kimmel just picks a topic and he's like, hey, fucking Doritos, huh? Terrible.
Yeah.
Just terrible. Some of the shit Jimmy Kimmel says, I'm like, Jimmy Kimmel, you're funny.
I fucking hate Jimmy Kimmel, but I'm gonna be honest with you.
I hate like the new wave of night TV shows.
Yeah.
They're just like, Donald Trump. Yeah, that's all they talk about.
Vomiting out Donald Trump. The only one that can actually, I think, do that and back it up is Stephen Colbert, because he comes from The Daily Show.
Yeah.
But when Jimmy Fallon just does it, it's like...
Even Stephen Colbert is getting a little ridiculous with it.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
yeah, they're going over.
They're literally just like grabbing
Trump
Noah and shoving it down your throat every single night until you die.
Yeah, and that's sort of, I mean, this is way off topic, but if you really want to deal with these people and how they're acting, you first need to be understanding and hear them out.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really key thing our civilization as a whole is missing right now.
Which we'll never do, so.
Yeah. Because everyone just wants to hear something that pertains to their opinion. No one wants to hear something out of the box.
Exactly.
Out of the cardboard box. Plug it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but people also have sackbasted the topic. Not only do people like get so offended that they go on dislike a YouTube video, they also sacrifice their relationships and stuff. I was reading online on a Vice article on this that I know Vice. Yeah. I know it's Vice.
I like Vice. I don't know.
I like Vice. I know Reddit hates Vice.
Yeah.
But I dabble.
Did you ever used to love Vice and then it took a turn for the worse and they did something? I forget what it was. Something happened where it just went south real fast.
Some of their articles are ridiculous. You need to take the good with the bad. Some of their articles are just way out there and terrible.
Yeah.
But I was reading that this guy literally broke up with his girlfriend of 4 years so he could go compete with an esports.
I think I've seen something like that too. He's like, man, it was just getting too much. I couldn't handle it, which I get. I mean, having a girlfriend's a lot, but it's like, damn, he probably made millions of dollars doing it too.
Yeah, it's different if he's making money doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're sacrificing that relationship and then like nothing happens,
like you're a stream that's got like
jackass.
That's got like 6 views. You got like a super cool girlfriend that was like you were totally down with, and then you just ruined it because you thought you had a chance of being like super famous.
You had it, man.
Yeah,
you had it.
You're like not even that good at streaming. Like you just do it and think you're the best, but you don't add any like effects or anything, and it just doesn't look good.
Yeah.
And it just goes south. But I mean, hey, keep fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fight your fight.
But no. It is worth reminding ourselves why International Olympic Committee and over 100 countries in the world recognize chess as a sport. It is competitive, well-established, and global.
Yeah.
Has a behavioral code, but most importantly, it provokes physical fitness. peak mental condition requires being in good physical condition. Players need to concentrate totally for up to 7 hours. As the stress and tension build up, blood pressure, pulse, respiration rates all increase. Contenders to the world championships have nutritionists and fitness coaches. So, what I'm going to do here.
All right, so I went on video game binges for a lot. I've done it this week. I play old school RuneScape a lot. Some of the people that actually check out this podcast are from that. But, and basically, I had to do a shit ton of quests and thing. It took me a ridiculous amount of time. I was also really fucking depressed during this time. Yeah. But I spent like 18 hours. If you count that as physical fitness, that you need physical fitness for that doesn't count. It just doesn't. From personal experience, it doesn't.
Tell me if this guy looks like he's in the most peak physical condition here.
Who am I looking at?
Oh, let me get this. This is one of the most top chess players in the world right now. So remember that he's this good. And he is not... Three, two, one. And kaboom.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back after a long-awaited return.
Yeah, honestly.
Well, what happened last time was we were literally basically done with what you're about to hear. You'll hear this after what you just heard.
Yeah.
Explaining what happened. So in the audio, you guys won't understand because you can't see us. But last time we were doing the podcast, the power went off.
Yeah, and someone was on the roof of where we were recording. Pretty interesting shit.
Yeah, a man did not notify me that he was here to work on my house and just shut off the electricity. So that's why there's a weird little, not even a cut. You won't even notice it if you're not watching the video. But so in conclusion with esports, Michael, let's finish this topic up. Do you think esports is a sport, and do you think it should be labeled as a sport?
No, it's not a sport, and the reason why it's not a sport is because it takes no physical activity, which doesn't classify as a sport, but I think it's something mentally competitive, but it's not a sport.
Yeah, it's not a sport. I think I give all respect to esports. I give all respect to chess players. I give all respect to people that play things that not alter your brain, but make your brain work harder but you're not doing any physical activity. Yeah. So I don't think esports is a sport. I think it's I don't think it's conspiracy here, but I think ESPN basically picked it up to call it a sport just because they saw the amount of revenue that was coming in out of it. Like, again, I'm not knocking.
Sort of used it as propaganda.
Exactly. I'm not knocking esports. I have nothing against esports. I think it's great. I think kids should keep doing it. I think it's a good way for people to make money. People can make money off streams and stuff like that. But in conclusion, I don't find esports to be a sport. I don't, like I said.
No, it is not. It is not a sport like the electric was not on.
Exactly. So that's esports. You make your own opinion on it and tell us what you think in the comments.
We're begging you.
All right, boom. Next topic. So now we're going to do sports. WWE and then...
All right. I'm just going to follow it on your computer.
Okay. NBA. Yeah.
Yeah, I edited all this already. Okay. This is all pretty much the same stuff. Nothing's really changed.
Word. All right. So 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to dive into the sports portion of this podcast.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk some WWE today.
Some wrestling.
Yeah, some wrestling. Some old school good wrestling.
Just two meat slabs in the middle of the ring, rubbing sweat.
Throwing each other around, getting hurt, not getting help for it at all. But
yeah. Honestly, the lack of healthcare is what we're talking about at first. And this is the problem with WWE right now. Because John Oliver, for those who don't know, John Oliver did a segment on the WWE. And he basically stated how they only pay their employees 7% of their revenue.
Which, think about how much money does let's look up how much W.
It's hundreds, I think it's almost $100 million in profit each year.
Yeah, because they make billions, don't they?
Yeah, they make a lot of money, and some of that money goes into like the performances they put on, obviously, but only 7% of that goes into the actual superstars who, keep in mind, they do not provide healthcare for or travel expenses.
No. See, like top wrestlers like John Cena gets paid $10 million, and others like Brock Lesnar get paid $6.5. However, on average, a WWE wrestler on the roster makes $500 a year.
Yeah,
and you got to put into that they're traveling, they're training, all that stuff they have to do. So take away 100,000 right there by itself. Easy. And then with top wrestlers making 1 million or more a year, according to Forbes. So
you get guys like Leo Rush who come into the WWE and they have this idea of the WWE that's going to be their dream and it's going to fulfill them. But what you end up seeing happening is guys like Leo Rush not make enough money to support themselves. Leo Rush was actually losing money while he was in the WWE, and that's why he had to quit.
Yeah, and imagine these people have families. Especially people think when you're famous or on TV, now that you make a shit ton of money, or you might make a shit ton of money, it's all a fake persona, especially with Instagram and stuff now. People make say they make a lot of money, act like they have a lot of money when they really don't. But in wrestlers' case, it's like they have kids, they have family members that probably want help too, since now they're a big time wrestler and stuff like that, which is another problem with that too.
Yeah, money management is not ever taken into consideration with these people. And if you look at other companies like the WWE, for example, the NFL is they're the second highest company to the WWE. That's a major sport in America that has that big of a wage discrepancy between the revenue they bring in and the percent that the players make.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because basketball players get paid so much money. And I get why, because it's such a revenue sport.
It's more like players associated because the players association stands up for the players.
Yeah.
But in the NFL, you see players in the NFL take home 47% of the revenue. 47% of the revenue.
50-50 split, basically.
Yeah, almost a 50-50 split, but in WWE it's 7%.
Yeah.
And not only that, they're not getting health care.
Which is crazy, because healthcare, if you don't know, the healthcare is violently expensive in this country.
Yeah.
Violently expensive in this country.
And that's sort of what I'm going to talk about on a new segment, sort of coming up maybe in the works, about Iran, how people are ungrateful for what they have.
Yeah.
You're ungrateful for your job and shit, and your job's shitty. I'm not saying it's not shitty, but you have multi-million-dollar health cares for 5 years of health care.
Exactly.
In some cases, and that's a lot of things that we take for granted.
Yeah, healthcare. A lot people just think, I don't know, people don't put themselves in other people's shoes. 'Cause there was this one line, this one music line, and it was what is it? It's basically saying, I want to look it up because it's a really good line. It's basically saying we just want more. People just want more and more and more, never can sit down and see what they're grateful for. And that's the problem. It's it's really, really sad to see it happen too. Because we live in America. So people don't understand what's going on in other countries than what is going on in America. Because we live in this little deserted island by nobody else besides Canada. And I don't know. It's weird.
It acts as almost a blindfold.
Exactly.
Because the attitude that's fed to us in America, that outside of America, there is lesser people than the people here.
Yeah.
So that's why we have trouble emphasizing and realizing the consequences of our actions. I mean, take a thing as simple as barbecue. I had this discussion with my girlfriend, and for example, people take that for granted because now what do you see at a barbecue? You see paper plates.
Exactly.
You see everything is expendable. And everything's expendable. It sort of takes away from the event.
Yeah.
And it takes away from the atmosphere of that. And it takes away the significance of the social relationship too.
Yeah.
Because if you put in hours of work into this barbecue, this hypothetical barbecue, and you have to go and then wash all these dishes, and there's all this extra work now because not everything's disposable, you're going to take more pride into that, and you're going to take more pride into what happens during that. And that's sort of why we see this lack of. But back to the WWE, superstars also have no creative control.
Yeah. Which you think they should. I feel like maybe they did back in the 90s. Yes. I don't know. Yeah.
You're 100% correct.
Yeah. Because I feel like the WWE superstars back in the 90s were a lot. I don't know. I feel like today, I don't know I think stuff just gets old too after a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And especially when you don't let guys, for example, like Chris Jericho or Dean Ambrose perform at the best. I mean, you've seen Dean Ambrose lately explode on the indie scene in New Japan and AEW.
Yeah.
Because he's allowed to do what he wants now. He's allowed to be himself.
Yeah, which they make you. Well, look at Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was 3 different people. The Rock was 3 different people until they find their perfect persona.
Mankind,
you know what I mean?
Dude Love.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. Because like I said, with the whole wrestling thing too, it's WWE makes people They make them be something they're not too, which, I mean, it's WWE, so that happens. They're like paid actors. But like Dean Ambrose has been doing this for how long? He should have a say in what he's going to do and what he thinks should be good for the show. You know what I mean?
Especially veterans. Like you said, especially veterans who've been around for a while. You got guys like Undertaker who obviously have say, but that's a whole nother story with that Undertaker Goldberg match.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard what happened on that, but this sort of plays into the healthcare. Undertaker and Goldberg wrestled main event in Saudi Arabia, which, if for those who don't know, Saudi Arabia is giving WWE hundreds of millions of dollars to perform once in their country every year.
Really?
Even though women can't wrestle in there, even though people like Sami Zayn can't wrestle because his parents supported Palestine in an article they wrote as a journalist.
Holy shit, dude. I did not know that at all.
Yeah, it's crazy. And not only that, they made The Undertaker and Goldberg face off in a match. These dudes are almost 60.
Yeah.
They're almost 60 years old now. And what happened was Goldberg went for a spear to start off the match, botched the move, put his head into the pole and started bleeding. Then he tried to put Undertaker up for a jackhammer, dropped the Undertaker on his head. Then the Undertaker went for a tombstone pile driver to end the match and dropped Goldberg on his head.
Oh my God, dude.
And after the match, Goldberg literally couldn't walk straight and he stumbled over and fell over in front of the ring after the cameras went off.
Holy shit, dude.
And this is the sort of stuff you see, and these guys aren't even getting healthcare during this.
No, they're just doing it for basically, and how much do you think they got paid for it? I mean, they probably got
Millions.
paid a shit ton.
I mean,
yeah,
Goldberg and Undertaker got paid a hefty amount to main event that show.
Undertaker nearly killed with other botched moves. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, this is... How are you not going to support these men? That's like if the NFL just stopped paying their players too. If all sports are just like, well, you guys got to figure out your own healthcare. Dude, even my job has healthcare, offers healthcare. Like mostly everything.
When you see sort of like entry level jobs having better ethics than your major sports industry, that's sort of where you see a problem.
Yeah, something's wrong right there. That's not all right.
And this is sort of where AEW steps in.
Yeah. The beginning in October 2019, AEW will have a 2-hour weekly TV show airing live on TNT in the United States. Didn't WWE used to air on TNT too?
WCW used to be on TNT as well. And it's not going to be the same. They're not going to run directly against WWE timing, but it's going to be a war.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. This could bring more people back to WWE too, because now the WWE has to step their shit up and actually find. Because I feel like they've just been coasting for a little while. You know what I mean? Like
they sort of just you're right. They sort of just rely on their older talent and then they don't create new talent.
Exactly.
They sort of got lazy. But Dave Meltzer, basically it started because Dave Meltzer made a comment on how Ring of Honor couldn't sell out tickets in America. Because Ring of Honor is really popular outside of America, but in America it's not considered to be popular. But they did throw a show and actually sold out and oversold.
Damn.
Which led to Cody Rhodes basically believing that him and the Bullet Club and with the help of Kenny Omega could start a new wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
And it's just so cool to see. And not only that, the AEW is good because they pay their employees equally.
Yeah. Well, you need competition too. The WWE needs competition. It's like the NFL, like the XFL coming back. The WWE needs that because what was the other one that got canceled or they filed bankruptcy?
TNA.
Yeah. No, there was that football organization that came up this year that Johnny Manziel played for. What the fuck?
XFL. Oh, the AAF, American Association.
Yeah, something like that. Well,
yeah.
they filed for bankruptcy and they're gone too. But
do you think the XFL is going to last?
Yeah, I think they're putting so much
Manziel's going to say he's going to play for the Louisiana team.
Good, because he's going to be terrible, which is fucking hilarious.
Interception.
He should just go into wrestling, dude.
Yeah, honestly, he would be a pretty good wrestler.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah, Chris Jericho also like elevated this. This sort of made AEW legit now. And on top of that, another reason why AEW is a good company is they have healthcare.
Yeah.
They provide healthcare for their employees.
Yeah, which they should. Dude, it's ridiculous we're even talking about this. That they
Crazy story, right?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. It's insane. What is that? The Cans?
The Cons, yeah. The Cons are actually the people that own the Jaguars. That guy you see with the mustache in the Madden game.
Yeah.
He actually owns most of AEW.
Damn, dude, that's pretty crazy. The Cons are billionaires and part of the ownership group of the Jacksonville Jaguars. They fund AEW. Yeah. They make a lot. How much do you think that guy's worth, dude? How much do you think the Cans are worth?
Has to be a lot.
I'm gonna say
a billion.
Man.
A billy. I'm gonna guess a billy.
6.8 billion. He is ranked 65th in Forbes 400 richest Americans.
Yeah, he's coming after Vince now.
Dude, yeah.
He was with the football and now with the wrestling.
Yes, and I was going both ways at him.
But the question is, can AEW compete with WWE? Really, the question is, do you think they can compete? Do you think there's a way they can come into that market that has traditionally been dominated by WWE?
I think it could be better, honestly, than WWE, because this is a new, fresh face coming in. And if they do good enough and get the crowd's attention and get everybody's attention watching, they could be giant. Because, dude, like, imagine if, like, ECW type wrestling came back, bro. I don't know if it ever would, but it'd be awesome if this was all like ECW style, like people throwing their bodies on the line, dude. It'd be way better than WWE right now, because WWE doesn't do blood anymore and all that stuff, which I get it. They shouldn't, because they actually would cut themselves open a lot of the time.
PG-13 is okay for the WWE, but they don't know how to use it properly.
No.
You can still be edgy with your product and still have it be family friendly.
Yeah. Do you know how long the AEW's been around? Like, is this?
It's just brand spanking new. They had their first pay-per-view last month.
Yeah.
It's AEW All or Nothing.
Dude, tell me this bro doesn't look like
Double or
a
nothing.
fucking robot.
Yeah. Cody Rhodes does look like a robot straight up.
Jesus, dude.
He looks like a drone.
He looks like a straight robot.
I think so. Getting down to, I think they can compete. I think the CBS prediction we have in the notes, I think, is going to be accurate, and it's about 20 years before.
Is there rumors CM Punk might be coming back?
CM Punk returned to a show of 150 people about 2 or 3 months ago, dressed up in a mask. And it was like a really, really insanely small indie show, and no one knew until afterwards
that it was CM Punk.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So it's not looking like he will, but if he does go anywhere, he's jokingly hinted at signing at AEW, but he probably won't.
You never know, man. I mean, he's getting older though too, so you got to keep that in mind.
Well, WWE fucked him over too. They sent him his firing papers on the day of his wedding,
which is disgusting, dude. That's the type of man Vince McMahon is too. Yeah. I mean, their roster's not too bad, dude. Like, it's really not.
Yeah, they got a bunch of people, and some of these people also come from TNA, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Dustin Rhodes looks like he's about 100 years old, but it's okay.
He fucking just changed his whole outfit over here, too. He's not Goldberg anymore. Not Goldberg.
Goldust, yeah.
Yeah, Goldust.
Yeah, he actually just ended his career in the WWE.
Well, dude, these dudes look like they have care. Like, look at all these dudes. Like, this is WWE right here. Kip Saban. Like, if you do, maybe I'll put some of these pictures up, but this dude just looks like a typical fucking...
Yeah, typical wrestler.
All these dudes at AEW, like, I'm interested. I haven't even seen the show.
Pac used to be a WWE wrestler.
Looks like Kid Cudi.
He might be on his way out of AEW, though.
Well, dude, they all look like they have a different personality. Like, the AEW, damn, dude, Awesome Kong looks like she's gonna fuck some bitches.
She was a former TNA champion.
Dude. Good. But no, that looks really good. That looks fucking awesome.
Don't get the librarian gimmick, though.
The librarian gimmick.
Yeah, there was literally a woman on there that had a librarian as her gimmick.
Are you serious?
You gotta read me some books.
You gotta read me some books here, boy?
Daily jobs never work as WWE.
No, dude, you can't do that at all.
But in conclusion, I think AEW can contest.
I think they can too. I hope it works out for them, because, dude, like I said, they really need some competition to get better at what they're doing. What does it say? CBS estimates AEW compete with WWE in 20 years. You think it's gonna be that long?
Yeah, I said it a little bit earlier, but yeah, I think 20 years will be. Not to say it, I think maybe it might be an overestimate. We really have to see how much it explodes when it comes out. I think the initial impact of it's going to be big, and not only that, they have a free pay-per-view coming out soon, so you got to see how that's going to do as well.
And it's going to be crazy. The card's going to be insane.
Yeah.
Because if they're going to do a free pay-per-view, they're going to make it fucking insane to get people's names going. But no, Vince is leaving WWE. He obviously sold all of his shares, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct.
Yeah, most of them, and he's getting rid of pretty much all of them.
Do you think the WWE will struggle?
I think it will do better without him.
Yeah, I think the WWE needs a new fresh minds in there. You know what I mean?
Vince McMahon is the Al Davis of the WWE.
Yeah, he's just fucking holding it back, basically. Yeah. Dude, how much steroids do you think Vince McMahon's on? Real talk, though.
A lot.
Every steroid
he basically gave his wrestlers steroids and went to trial for that in the 90s. So
yeah, because do they still take steroids in WWE? Yeah, they still take steroids.
Nah, they have to test their people, and they banned some people. But I highly doubt if they catch like a guy like Brock Lesnar taking steroids, they're gonna be like, you can't wrestle.
There's some stuff like, it's not like where it's 100% clean, but there's still some stuff you definitely can use. How do you think the XFL is going to do?
Ooh. Honestly, I think it's going to struggle.
I think it's going to struggle for a long time.
I don't think it's going to get off the ground. I don't know why Vince thinks that it's a good idea to just contest with the NFL. I know his whole idea is to make it opposite, sort of like different than the NFL, but it's not going to happen.
Well, dude, it's like he's trying to change the rules and stuff too, I think, or some different he's trying to add different stuff to make it different than the NFL, but in reality, it's just the NFL with a different name. And he can't do his gimmick before, which was like, I don't know. His gimmick before was like hot women, like
yeah, and they're
partying.
still sort of doing that with like the cheesy nicknames on the back of jerseys and stuff. No one's gonna remember a guy named Bluey Blue running down the field catching a fucking
Which honestly,
ball.
Wouldn't you rather have your name on the back of your jersey?
Yeah, these
to
people
know
worked
who you
hard
are?
for theirs. I bet you he's not gonna pay him healthcare.
Yeah.
I bet you he's not.
Dude, what if he pays the XFL members healthcare and not the WWE healthcare?
I could see it. I
could see it too, dude. I could see it too. But in conclusion, I think the WWE should start paying their wrestlers, or the WWE should go on strike. Their wrestlers should go, because like, what if they see AEW doing great and WWE's like struggling real hard now, and there's no healthcare still? Do you think there will be a time where they get healthcare? That's the question I'm
I
going
think
for.
they'll bring Vince down to the middle of the ring and just start doing all their finishers on him in the middle of the ring until they get healthcare.
Until he dies, basically. That's when they'll do it. And just until he passes away, that's when they have to do it.
No chance.
All right, let's dive into the next topic.
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly.
It's off to Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
NBA, Michael. NBA. Huh.
Speaking of injuries and healthcare, Kevin Durant.
Sad.
All right, so I thought the Raptors had a chance to win last night, though. Before we get into Durant, the Raptors had a chance to win last night with Kyle Lowry.
Did you know Draymond Green tipped that ball?
Yeah, I know Draymond Green blocked it, but I don't think Lowry's going to make it either way.
You don't think he is?
Nah.
I still think now that KD's gone, that the Raptors take it either next game or game 6.
I posted on Facebook Warriors in 7, but as the realist in me has Raptors in 7.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they have an answer for them without KD, because adding KD to the court, good luck.
Yeah.
'Cause he's just a whole nother animal.
He changes that entire concept of that team. And like,
Did you see the video of him tearing his Achilles tendon tearing?
no, I heard it was like you could see it underneath the skin. Though.
I'm going to show you it. It's gross, dude. It's disgusting. It's honestly sad, because the Warriors never should have let him step foot on that court, which you can't stop. He's going to get on it either way. But
Yeah, there's conflicting rumors on whether or not the medical staff held him back, but overall the general consensus was that Kevin Durant himself came back to play.
yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, you can't really... I don't know. Here's the video. Look at this, dude.
It's like the ultimate sacrifice for his team. He sacrifices Achilles. Yeah, the muscle sort of like comes up and just...
It literally just
pulls
snaps
back.
off, dude. I don't know. What we're watching here is Kevin Durant's Achilles tendon tearing, which if you don't know, that's probably the worst thing you can rip is
Yeah.
your Achilles tendon.
Ask Kobe.
Yeah, dude. It's hard as fuck to get back from, but I don't know if anybody can do it. It can be Kevin Durant, because I was reading this one article about it, and they were saying maybe we just watch the NBA change overnight, because this could be career changing for Kevin Durant. We don't know. He's going to be out for over a year, no questions asked. His free agency now, what happens with that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's still going to have the hugest market out of anyone. I mean, Kevin Durant is the best player in the NBA right now, probably maybe outside of LeBron James.
Yeah.
But LeBron James is
Kawhi,
almost 35.
Bro. You got the Kawhi in there. Kawhi's top 3 right now,
Yeah,
too.
Kawhi definitely.
Kawhi's an animal, dude.
So Kevin Durant's still going to change free agency.
Yeah.
And he's gonna have the biggest market regardless.
Yeah.
But I don't think he stays with Golden State after this, especially if they lose.
Yeah. Because Kawhi didn't buy a house in Toronto yet, so everybody's kind of freaking out.
Yeah,
because people don't think he's gonna stay. Honestly.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that he was trying to buy one. Like I had the notes, but I don't think anything official happened with it.
Dude, I don't know. I'd stay there if I was him now. We're up 3-2. Is Kawhi the closest thing we have to Michael Jordan? This is a great question.
He plays like him.
Dude, he plays. Just think about how Kawhi played 5 to 6 years ago. Remember, Kawhi was known for his defense. That's all Kawhi was known for, was how great he is at defense and how hard he is to fucking get by.
Yeah.
Now he's a shooter and he makes everything he puts up basically.
There was that after that half when he like put up that 3, had a steal, put up another 3.
Yeah.
That took over that game, and basically that little stretch that he went on changed the entire complexion of the game.
Dude, yeah, just the way he plays, dude. The way he draws fouls, too. He is so good at drawing fouls. If you make one mistake, he's going to get a foul on you because he just knows what to do. I guess how many turnovers he has this throughout the finals, too? None.
Yeah, he had 3 last night. I mean, the last game they played, he had like 3, but up until that game, he had pretty much none at all.
Which is insane to think about. It's literally ridiculous.
Especially since how many points he was dropping.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I just love Kawhi because he's so quiet and humbled and doesn't say shit. He just wants to win a championship. He's like, he's like, I don't play hero ball. He's like, I want to play team ball and I want to win a goddamn championship with the Raptors. Raptors have never won, dude. Did you see that video of Drake consoling Kevin Durant? That was pretty fucked up that Toronto cheered.
Yeah.
But honestly, any fucking other stadium. If Kawhi Leonard tears his ACL at fucking at Oracle Center, they're going to cheer a little. If Kawhi goes down, they're going to cheer a little. It's just, I'm not saying it's
weird
right.
Because like they first initially started cheering, I don't think because of the Kevin Durant injury, but because they made a basket and an and one.
Yeah.
And like typically crowds will get excited. And I think they were initially cheering from that. And then some people thought it was okay to cheer for the Kevin Durant injury.
Exactly. But
you can't really excuse the people outside.
And I don't think people really thought it was an Achilles tear.
Yeah,
I think people just thought his calf was like, oh no, his calf fucked up again. Like, I don't think people thought it was an Achilles tear. But no, Joe, what do you think Toronto's going to do for this? Do you think they win? Do you think they lose?
I think Toronto takes it in 7. I'm still going to stick to Toronto taking it in 7. I think they really need big plays from like Gasol, Siakam, and Ibaka. And Ibaka's been playing lights out.
Dude, Siakam's been playing lights out too. He's been playing great.
You sort of see this, that maybe a bunch of star big men are the way to beat the Warriors.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's really hard to play small ball against like when you got such big dudes out there constantly.
Dude, and Kawhi's hands are like is another player basically. That dude gets rebounds like there's no tomorrow. It's honestly insane.
And basically what the Raptors have been doing, what sort of has been the talking point of this pretty much the entire time, was their box and one strategy they've been using on them.
Yeah.
We sort of have the picture here, but basically what they're having to do, they're having Kawhi Leonard follow Curry pretty much around the perimeter, and they're forcing everyone else to beat him in a zone. So basically the guys at the left and right at the top of the key will have to close out, and same with the guys underneath.
Yeah.
So they got really a versatile defense, and this is sort of what Curry saw in college at Davidson.
Yeah. Which, dude, it's crazy to think that, dude, if the Warriors lose this, and nobody would have saw this coming too.
Nah.
Nobody would have saw this coming. Everybody said Warriors in 4, which I don't know, dude. They beat him twice in the regular season with Durant. Pretty fucking good too. That's the only thing where I'm like, I don't know, man. Now without Durant,
I think Toronto's going to take it.
yeah, I pray Toronto takes it. I pray Toronto takes it.
I'm still salty about them beating the Sixers, though.
Yeah, I know. I was talking to somebody about that the other day. They're like, that shot was such bullshit. He never should have made that. I'm like, I mean, it was bullshit, but it was a good shot by Kawhi.
He made it.
Yeah.
You can't argue that he made it.
No, we're going to go to free agency now. This is probably going to be one of the biggest years of free agency of all time.
Yeah, there's so many names out there. I mean, all these guys on this list, by the way, are not restricted free agents. So all these guys can sign with any team.
Yeah, they don't have to stay. Restricted is like when you have to stay. If the team, what is it? If a team.
Yeah, like it's basically when the player goes out and like can accept a contract from another team.
Yeah.
But the team that originally had him can choose to match that offer.
Yeah, because like. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just going to say. You said it. But no, so we're going to dive in here. Kevin Durant, where you see Kevin Durant going. Now, with his post-injury, what do you see happening with Kevin Durant?
I said this from the beginning. I think Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant are going to New York.
Well, there's rumors in New York. Which New York, though? That's the thing.
I think they're going to the Knicks.
The Knicks? Because the rumor now is the Nets are looking really good. Here, let me see if I can find an article.
That would be a great fit. For that team would be so good with D. Russ, Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be sort of hard to fit Kyrie in there, but
yeah,
you could put Clay in there with Durant too.
Well, I think Clay's staying now. I think Warriors keep Clay. I don't think the Warriors can't get rid of Klay Thompson.
Well, what happens if they choose to keep Durant and Draymond and like Clay walk?
See, that'd be crazy. I don't know now because I think here, let me look up what they said about them.
They can only really keep. They've been over the cap for too long. They can only keep 3 out of these 4 out of the core.
Yeah. because there's no way they keep it, which is good. They need to get rid of Durant because it's getting stupid, dude. Clay is better than ever with the Warriors. Or even
Cousins could be back though, depending on what
Cousins
kind of deal.
is going to get injured again next week, probably. That's the only problem.
I don't know why he's still playing. He's pretty clearly hurt still.
Because, dude, it's like Cousins is good. Dude, you know Cousins is the first player from Kentucky to reach the finals.
Really?
The first player from Kentucky.
Anthony
to reach the finals.
Davis.
Dude, yeah.
There, boy.
Because, no, the coach of Kentucky.
Yeah, that's another guy who's not on here is Anthony Davis, who could be a big factor in this.
Yeah, there was rumors.
Durant and Davis.
There was rumors the Pelicans were trying to shop him around.
Yeah, they're looking for a multi-deal. I think the multi-team deal for him.
So you think Durant goes to the Knicks?
I think Knicks or staying with Golden State are the most likely options.
Yeah, I think he may go. I think it's either New York teams. Either goes to the Knicks or the Nets. I think wherever Kyrie goes, he might end up going. I don't do the Lakers. My bold prediction for this: Lakers don't do shit. They don't get anybody.
That's where I think that's the other possible destination for Kyrie.
Yeah.
I think that's the only other place that Kyrie will go just because LeBron's there.
Well, we know all the players are doing is just trolling us and saying they're going to go places where they're not actually going to go to. All right. Kyrie Leonard. Where do you think Kawhi goes?
I think Kawhi stays.
I think Kawhi stays.
At least another 2 years in Toronto.
Well, Kawhi said, he's like, if Toronto shows me that they can win a championship, I'll stay with the team. So I think he stays too. I don't think he leaves Toronto because Toronto's pretty good, dude. I mean, Lowry's really good at fucking defense. And
Lowry's underrated. I mean, I know I roasted him for not being clutch earlier, but he does pretty much everything on the court terrifically.
Dude, driving to the basket, he gets way too many fouls. That's the only problem with Lowry. He's always getting fouled out. I think he had 5 fouls at the end of the last game. He is. He's fucking short and stocky, dude.
I think stomp out there.
Yeah, exactly, dude. What about Kyrie? Kyrie goes to New York, you think? Kemba Walker, dude, he's come out of nowhere, I feel like.
Yeah, he's sort of developed into a stud of a point guard.
Yeah.
I got a bold prediction one. I think we get him. I think the 76ers.
You think the Sixers get him?
I think the Sixers sign Kemba. Zach Graham put me on this, former partakey of the podcast. I think we get Kemba. I think we re-sign Jimmy, and I think we let Tobias go.
Damn. That doesn't sound bad at all. I think Walker would be a great fit for you guys, too. Where would Simmons play?
Simmons would have to play probably power forward then.
Yeah.
Which is a more probably, I think small forward is most natural position.
Yeah, I think they need to find somebody else to take the ball up the court. Like, I think Simmons is great, but they need an actual point guard. You can't have your
point guard sitting at the 3-point line, not being able to shoot the three.
Exactly. They need a legit 3-point shooter. Because unless Ben Simmons somehow develops a jump shot over the next couple fucking weeks.
He would be the best player in the league if he had a 3-pointer.
Well, yeah, exactly. Dude, he plays just like LeBron. Like, he plays just like LeBron.
He's almost a carbon copy of him.
Yeah, and he just can't shoot the ball. LeBron could shoot when he came to the NBA. He couldn't shoot as good. He couldn't shoot threes as good, but he still could shoot the ball.
He still made you pay for leaving him blatantly wide open.
Exactly. Dude, they can literally have no men on Ben Simmons and just wait at the basket for him every single time.
Dude can throw it down, though.
Klay Thompson, I think Klay Thompson stays with the Warriors. I don't know. I feel like that's the one player they can't get rid of.
You think he can go to the East?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It would be hard to get rid of the original Splash Brothers.
Yeah, well, that's what I think the Warriors want to keep the original Splash Brothers. Because I remember them saying something about it, too. NBA free agency would make Warriors both losers. I don't know, man. Because if they get rid of both Klay Thompson, Durant, keep Curry, like,
it's a possibility, but I doubt it.
I don't know. Because, dude, if you get rid of the original Splash Brothers, it's going to be rough. Like, I can see them getting rid of Kevin Durant, but, like, Klay Thompson would just be hard on him, I feel like.
Keeping that core of Draymond Green and Curry and Klay would pretty much guarantee at least another trip to the finals.
Yeah, because NBA Insider says Klay Thompson's 100% staying with the Golden State Warriors. I don't know. We'll see, though, man. We'll see. Jimmy Butler. This is a big one here.
I think the Sixers re-sign him. I hope they do. I would rather have Butler over Kemba.
I think Butler stays with the Sixers. I think he's going to be a great fit for the Sixers.
We have to give him a max, though.
Yeah.
He's getting a max wherever he goes, and he deserves it. It's rightfully so.
Yeah, he's been in the league for forever, dude. He's been in the league for forever.
I remember him in Chicago days.
Dude, yeah. When did he get into the league? I want to look this up quick. We'll go
Probably about like 8 years ago.
What do you think about Tobias Harris? Do you think Tobias Harris stays?
Tobias Harris. I think he's going to go. It's sad to say because he's only 26 and he's still like an up and coming player. But I think he's going to go. I don't think he did enough during the playoffs to justify us keeping him.
Yeah, or paying him a shit ton of money, basically.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler came into the league. Jimmy Butler is 29 years old. He's been in the league for a while, dude. 2011 was his first season. That's pretty... Been in there for a while. He's a vet for sure.
About like 8 years.
Yeah, he's definitely a vet.
I was spot on with that, guys.
Tobias Harris leaves the Sixers. D'Angelo Russell. He's done enough to prove he's a fucking great player this season, dude.
Yeah, I see him re-signing with the Nets.
Yeah, I see him resign. I think the Nets need to get a good team going. The Nets want to be better than the Knicks so bad, which won't be that hard, honestly.
At this point, no.
The Knicks are so bad, dude.
Especially since they're not getting Zion now.
Yeah, exactly. Because who are they getting now? RJ Barnett or something?
Yeah.
I don't know any of the college. People are like, I don't know if people...
He's a good point guard, but he's not... I don't think he'll be in that great thing.
When people like keep up with all the players coming into the NFL and stuff, I'm like on draft day and stuff, I'm like, I don't understand how fucking people have the time to do all
you could
this.
easily just listen to a...
All right, we're gonna go to women's soccer of Thailand.
Yeah, this is sort of offensive. For those that don't know, basically, the qualifying rounds for the Women's World Cup started, and geez, did it get bad. 13-0 for the United States over Thailand.
We just had to rub it into Thailand, showing the fuck's boss of this goddamn country. Or this world, actually.
This globe.
Yeah, we run this shit, as Beyonce would say.
We're gonna run this down tonight.
Thailand players were in tears at the full-time whistle after suffering the heaviest defeat in World Cup history at the hands of the U.S. Sounds about right. We do some fucked up shit, dude. Dude, it's
just
ridiculous.
imagine us just invading Thailand.
Yeah, this is basically what it was. It's like taking it back to 1990, not 1990, like 1900, dude. Way back in the
savagery.
day. Yeah, they celebrated each goal as the goal all the way to the very end.
So even goal number 13, they were out there celebrating
every time. And if you don't know, soccer players celebrate ridiculous fashion, like insane. Yeah, they yell, they scream, they take their shirt off and cheer. It gets pretty hectic.
They fuck each other right on the field. It's insane.
Yeah, they go hard.
And they celebrated each goal, and they continue to pour it on because the amount of goals actually matters in that group stage. So like, pretty sure if it comes down to like a tie, the goals will matter then. But
so this is like basically the higher you get, the more goals you get, the higher of a seed you are, or something like that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, not necessarily directly that, but like it's the tiebreaker. So like if the United States ends up tying with another country, they have more goals, they'll advance.
Alex Morgan had 5 goals and comforted a Thailand player after the match, explaining why the U.S. women's team had to keep scoring.
She basically explained how they needed to keep pouring on goals.
It's like, dude, I think I know this. We're in the same tournament. I understand you to keep pouring on goals. Like, what do you mean? Why are you explaining this to me? This is ridiculous.
The last time the women's team made it all the way to the finals, Alex Morgan was actually injured, so she felt like she was at the peak of her powers.
Oh, okay. She felt good. She was taking her angers out on Thailand, basically.
Yeah, she was taking 4 or 5 years of anger out on them,
kicking all the fucking goals in. The celebrations were needed to celebrate the commentary and the success of the team. Dude, this is ridiculous, bro. I don't know. USA is fucking assholes with this.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the coach actually came out and said that they think it was respectful to play their opponents that hard.
I mean, yeah, it is respectful, but to keep celebrating every time.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like when an NFL team goes for an extra, just
a field goal as time's running out, up 24.
Yeah, or just like he goes for a touchdown on 4th and 2 and scores when they're up 35 points. Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, even up 10-0, the coaches would still make substitutions.
Yeah,
and those substitutions then scored goals.
Exactly. What is it? One of the players attended to defend her by saying, if it is 10-0 in a men's World Cup, are we getting the same questions?
Yeah, so she tried to defend her coach by using the gender card. Bold move.
Do you think if it was men's, would they be getting the same questions?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they would be too.
I mean, this is pretty brutal. It's not like every day you just see a 13-0 country against country soccer score go up.
Dude, when I saw it, I was like 13-0. What is this?
Why is USA playing Thailand? Does the World Cup really need that to justify that? Man, the United States is better than Thailand.
Well, dude, that's like some of the matchups in the Olympics and stuff. It's like there's no way this country comes close to beating.
Yeah,
this.
like you see the USA men's team just jokingly who they're going to drop points on. Like,
exactly. But no,
yeah, basically all this came down to the players wanting basically wanting to gain momentum and carry that into the next couple of games, and that was the coach's justification for it.
Do you think this is the route? Do you think this route was justified in the way they did it? I mean, I don't really hate the women's soccer team for doing this. I think they had to do it, but the way they just kept celebrating.
I think the celebrations were a little bit excessive, but it's almost comedic how hard they beat them, and that's why it's funny. But no, I don't think they were like totally out of line because they are right. They need to carry on the goals.
Exactly, they had to do it, but
it's sort of like when you got to murder someone. It's just like
you just got to do it.
You got to do it. I never murdered anyone. I promise. I never did. It was a joke. But basically the women's team destroyed them, and that's about it. Do you think the women's team's gonna win the World Cup this year?
I don't know. I don't really know much about women's soccer to dive into and like understand if they're a good team or not.
They're gonna win. Okay, I'll give you a hint at it. They're gonna win.
Are they the best team?
They're gonna win on July 7th. That's when the Women's World Cup is. So
nice.
Watch the United States women's team win then.
Get that dub. All right, that was the topic on women's soccer.
Yeah. Biz. We got another biz. A swarm of ladybugs showed up on the national radar last week, and it's a really interesting topic to close on.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Without any rain or thunderstorms on a clear day in California, researchers were puzzled when they stumbled upon a big green blob on their radar.
And I don't know if you can put the picture in, but
yeah, I'll put the picture in.
That thing is hefty, boy.
Yeah, and when I put the picture in, you guys will see that this big glob is all bugs. So
yeah, it's just literally a massive swarm of a type of beetle ladybug.
Yeah. Because I'll explain that then where they come from. They then called a weather spotter in the Wrightwood, California, near the blob's location. The spotter told them this strange cloud was actually a massive swarm of ladybugs.
Oh, the Wu-Tang Clan coming at you.
Yeah, dude, for real.
I bet you they were bumping some Wu-Tang.
Probably, dude. I mean, think about how close. Were they flying together, or were they just like?
Yeah, I don't know if they were like side to side, but they were relatively in the same thing. And this is strange because you've seen things such as ladybug blooms before, and it's not the first time this has happened, but they're actually growing in size, and we don't really know why they're starting to migrate together more often.
Damn, they're evolving basically. You know what I thought about the other day? How it takes for us, like humans, forever to evolve. But does it take other living animals that have a shorter lifespan, like shorter time to evolve?
It's really a case-to-case basis, actually. I mean, in recent evolutions, you see moths, particularly the black moth, because in cities, moths have actually gotten used to the carbon. Yeah. So much carbon, especially in like places like China, that they actually turn black to blend in more.
Holy shit, dude, that's crazy. That's like a lot of animals that have like a defense mechanism so they don't get eaten or something like that.
Yeah, animals are a lot more in tune with the earth than we give them credit for.
Yeah, which is crazy. They were flying about a mile above the ground, she said, in the cloud that was about 10 miles wide. Holy shit, dude.
So this is a big old blob.
Dude, yeah. I want to see.
Imagine looking up and seeing that shit, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That'd be insanity.
The beetles regularly migrate too. So like I said, it's not crazy, but they typically stay in the valleys of California, which is sort of where you saw this one, and then they retreat to the mountains. But for some reason, they were heading towards Mexico when they lost the stream of beetles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so.
Here, I got a good picture for you. I'll put this up there then too.
Oh my God.
Getting it in.
Beetlejuice.
We're looking at a picture of two beetles getting it in right now.
Yeah, we'll put that out there.
Getting that doggy style going on. But yeah, and then here we go.
That's probably what they were all doing in that little cloud there.
Yeah.
And the cause for them migrating so often is relatively unknown, but obviously they're somehow known now to migrate together.
Yeah.
And some people can attribute this to climate change. Potentially, but we don't really know how.
It's probably climate change.
I mean, we blame everything else on it. We might as well start blaming our daily occurrences on climate change. I mean,
Exactly.
climate change is a real issue, but we should start really blaming like a burnt breakfast on it.
It's like the Obama thing, where it's like, thanks Obama, all that good funny
Exactly.
stuff.
Thanks, climate change.
Yeah. Another theory is that the climate change is causing the bugs to migrate. California is rich with ladybugs. I haven't seen many ladybugs out here. You know what I've seen though?
Yeah.
Some motherfucking lightning bugs.
Yeah.
Lightning bugs are sweet. I haven't seen that many though this year, I feel like.
No, not nearly as much. And the real question, excuse me, but the real question is where's the border control, Joey?
Exactly. Where's
They're
the border
migrating
control?
towards Mexico. Trump.
Do they have
Get on it.
passports? Yeah, they need to figure out. Trump's all worried about the immigrants coming over. What about the ladybugs? What diseases are they bringing
we need to
over?
put these ladybugs in sanctuary cities and force them to not have abortions.
Dude, honestly, there's probably like a article. Like, let's see if Trump has anything to say about the ladybugs. Probably not. Did you see what he did yesterday?
No, what did he do?
He was supposed to not give information about, I think it was the border actually, and he had the paper in his hand with all the
He was talking
information.
about the secret Mexico deal that he has.
Yeah.
Secret. I bet you he's just blowing smoke up our ass.
Dude, that's what he probably is doing. But yeah, you got any topics with the ladybug, Michael?
No, just ladybugs humping, getting it on.
Getting it going.
Enjoy it. Get
Yeah.
out there and hump.
Have a good night, guys. I hope you
Actually,
guys.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but please don't reproduce.
Yeah, don't reproduce. Don't. If you feel like you're not in the right position to reproduce, just don't do it.
Yeah, and not only that, we have too many people right now.
Yeah, we're overpopulated. It's kind of a problem right now. But yeah, that was a 56 episode of the Cardboard Box Theory, and hope you guys enjoy it.
Later.
Bye.
And now I seek the revenge on the one who forced me to hide behind this mask. Don't move, you fools! Within my gauntlet is concealed a most effective weapon.